All back with another ITSL game, this time against Brother Merlin. Thanks to ITSL Hunter for organising. Let's go in and say hello, hello. So this is a great opening hand. Decol D-Style, you an intervention on Marshall Plan. We've got defectors, so we can even headline Decol. Holy smoke. Alright, well we'll open, excuse me, 441, and we'll put one in Yugoslavia. I mean, worst case scenario, we get purged, right? That would be really rubbish for us. But having Decol and D-Style is a crazy good start to the game. Guess Olympic Games is the headline, right? It's bland. Doesn't cost us a lot of ops tempo. Or we could go Romanian Abdication for D-Style ops. That's not bad. Keeps our ops high and makes use of D-Style. Olympic Defector Special Relationship. Yeah. Romanian Abdication, UN Intervention coup in Iran, and then we can D-Style Decol. Oof. Kit with a 4VP starter. That makes me more inclined to UN Intervention Marshall Plan coup Italy. 50-50. It's good, but it's not the right one. So we will have to have another coup. They'll repair Italy. Now with D-Star, we can go to Thailand, Chile, Venezuela, because we have Decol as well. Yeah. That's all good stuff. Let's use special relationship, go into Afghanistan and South Korea. And we'll see if we can bait them into Pakistan. Although, I don't know if it's baiting them, given that under the circumstances we can't use the China card until we see one of 5-year plan, duck and cover, or CIA. Let's hope they leave themselves short in... Oh, they've got Asia scoring. Well done, them. So I think at this point we space defectors, right? Because we don't want to give up a VP and we want to... Well, we wanted to get to the space square first, but wow, I mean... Diabolical spacing recently. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Alright, we'll have a coup because then we can at least get D-Style or Decol off. Let's see if they have a false counter coup. If they just play into Iran, let's see, that'd be great for us. No, they're smarter than that. Where is our best remaining op? France, I guess. Formosa. Just take France, right? So we finish with decol. And we will go into... Oh, it really hurts not being able to fill Africa, but we really don't want to put ourselves in a position to get cooed out. We're gonna like three op battlegrounds. Well, yeah, I feel like a better player could have done a lot better with those things than I did, but there you go. Let's just check. 3 removed, 11 discarded. Yep. Yeah, like we've used decol and D-Style. I don't have access to the top part of South America. I need to get into Angola first. Yeah, I mean, here's a socialist government's away from being in a bit of trouble. Well, we got SocGov, and we got De Gaulle, which is nice. We'll go socialist governments with defectors gone. Ooh, that's nice for us. Oh, that was silly. I should have also played into Angola. Too hasty there. Oh well. Containment on AR6. So he should go France and Portugal. Which means I can then go Greece and Angola after all. Well, I do want to also take Pakistan and Iran, don't I? Got a lot going on, but he's miles ahead on VP. So domination in Europe is kind of a really need. Okay, this is great for us. We'll cash Europe scoring. And then we can use De Gaulle to take Pakistan if he doesn't fill it. Take India if he does. We can get Milops with Indo-Pakistani war. Iran, yeah, okay. So we'll take Egypt. When he retakes France, I wish to use Truman. And I'll use Truman on Burma. I'll take France, you swine. Well, we're not going to have a better chance for Pakistan, so let's do that now. Ooh, you beauty. Oh, be lucky. Damn, it's all going my way. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he's got to sink 2 into Korea, I guess. Okay, gives up on it. So we need to take Iraq and make sure we have presence. Which is a shame using Fidel for it, but it's probably for the best. Man, those wars were shaky. So AL6 will overprotect Italy, overprotect Iraq, and overprotect Thailand? Still 3 4-op cards in the deck. Purge, US, Japan, and NATO. But yeah, overprotecting Italy is a must. Here comes Suez. And the yacht went to Zaire. We'll take Korea actually, because that's just free ops under containment. Now, if they want to break Pakistan, they can, of course. It's not like they need my permission after all. So that was a good round for us. I guess getting tapped in Iraq's bad here, but they'd need to be redealt Middle East scoring. Just spacing NASA's fine. That worked out quite well for us, I think. Ugh, getting Middle East scoring back isn't good, though. CIA, that's annoying. We'll hold on to it for now. So they know we've got CIA. Ooh, and they have 5-year plan. And Purge. Aw, man. Man, Middle East is really bad for us here. Independent Reds is for Yugoslavia as well. But, you know, I made my bed there. Can't complain about everything, can I? Truman, CIA, Arab Israel, East Europe, NATO, Middle East, Independent Reds, .gov. .gov here. So 5-year US, Japan, and Purge. I mean, Purge is great. Is Middle East going to get any better? Probably not. I mean, he might 5-year plan us, though. So let's do socialist governments. Yeah. No surprises there. So we are in South Africa, so we do have to pitch CIA. Very annoying. He will coup South Africa. We can get Milops with Arab-Israeli war, but we need a 6. But we also need Milops. Oh, Iraq. Even better. Well, okay, so we repair Iraq. If he jams Iraq, we'll take Saudi. Schumann's now relatively safe to play. Yeah, Independent Reds is the most annoying, so we'll hold on to that. Well, it's unfortunate to be dealt the scoring card that's bad for us in the early war, when the other two look so nice. They got so many ops. But they didn't tap Iraq, which is great for us. Okay, so we drop Middle East scoring now before it gets any worse. Because they've still got 5-year plan and US-Japan. And they're 4 ops off clearing up Europe. Yeah. I think they've got Europe scoring. I guess the question is, do we want to push for Asia control? It's only worth another 2, 3, 4. Well, it's worth 4 VP. The problem is Pakistan, Korea are very breakable. And US Japan can come back. I think I don't want to be greedy. Yeah. I think I'm going to event Arab-Israeli war to get my Milops. Come on, 6. Be lucky. No. So I expect to see Europe scoring here. Yoho. Couldn't do a lot being purged. Now we're going to space EEU. Do you want to get VP? Well, I'd have to be able to actually send stuff up into space to get the VP. That's the problem. Seems to work very much against me. So they've got 5-year plan, and we don't know any of their other cards. Formosa was one of them. Yeah, I was thinking about Lao, because that's brush war softening up. Right, we'll use Truman to take Burma. And NATO, we have to put another 1 in Italy, because it triggers special relationship. Good. And let's threaten Japan. Why not? At the very least, it puts the wind up him, and if we get US-Japan back later in the game. So, we will go into this next phase of the game slightly behind on VP and behind on board position, because we've already used D-Style and aren't in South America. We've already used Decol and aren't really in Africa. But we have got CIA away, and we survived a purge. So, you know, silver linings and all that. But there's a lot of work to do. I think whoever gets Hunter and ABM and Brush will be the one singing. Oh, man, Italy's really brushable as well. Oh well. Europe scoring may not come back to a final anyway. Okay, didn't see where they went. Oh, Africa and grain sales. Delightful, right? 5-year plan went into Pakistan and Saharan states. Interesting. Very interesting. What a terrible time to get Africa scoring. So we will no. Interesting. Right. Oh, I'm in a bad way this turn. It was kind of like the one scoring card I really hoped I wouldn't see, because, you know, Fidel sorts out elsewhere, right? But you can space grain sales. The problem is kitchen debates is active as well. Oy. Che, Olympic Games, lads. Okay. So, let's headline Fidel. And then we coup, and then they walk into Nigeria. But we can flip Angola. It's Che or Fidel, right? If we do Che, then we can coup, and we can do Fidel later. So let's do Che. Toy, their special relationship. Nifty. Nowhere else to go. So I expect these two will go into Italy just for maximum value. Or they may go into Greece, but Italy's the best margin, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to have a 2-up coup to hold We Will Bury You to flip Angola afterwards, which is very gambly. But it pays off. Now, will they coup Saharan states? Well, I'm glad we didn't use We Will Bury You now. Oh, that's a lot of ops. Okay. That's not the end of the world. Really glad we didn't use We Will Bury You. Okay. Well, we turned Africa around. Let's be greedy. Now Kitchen Bates hasn't triggered. No. Nuclear subs. Slightly blunted there. So we can, yeah, we can space. Yeah. We'll space grain, event Fidel. Oh, well done, Roscosmos. Intercosmos, sorry. Intercosmos. Historically accurate. I've been advised. Still going for it, which is wise. Might as well. So we event Fidel. Ooh, that's right for us. Let's overprotect Angola and threaten rear lines on Angola and Nigeria. And then AR7 we can event Fidel. I'm glad they're not having a speculative one on. Ooh, hello. We can do Fidel another time. Let's overprotect Italy. Give up Yugoslavia. Africa wants to be communist. That's what I'm reading. What's your last cards? Oh, nice. Okay. So I like Fidel, I think. Brush is nice. Alright, we got defectors as well, which is nice. So do we start by brushing Panama? That's good, because if we get quogged, he immediately coups it back. So maybe it's not good. Arms race and shuttle dip. I know. Brushwall is good with arms race as well. Hermit probably going to space. John Paul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fidel or Brush? Look like the obvious ones. Let's go Brush, because then we can follow it up with a coup. No bear trap. Oh, missile MV. Oh, they get flower power. Oof. Well, I think we know what's happening here. And that means we will not be eventing arms race. Yeah, miss, miss, miss. Ah, straight back. Alright, so we need to overprotect Angola. And let's pop another one in North Korea. Let's put 2 in South Africa, because then if they flip Angola, that was an annoying missile envy. Very well played. Blunt's arms race. Maybe we're lucky we got the brush war off. Well, that's played in the right order. Alright, so we'll event Fidel here, right? Although, I don't know. That doesn't motivate them to play there. We're spacing a mitt for sure. Shutter Diplomacy is a little annoying as well. I think he's worried about Asia. Let's take Japan. We'll see whether it's Southeast Asia scoring or Asia itself. 8 VP is still nice. Ooh, Marshall. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So 8 is... Let's take Lao. With De Gaulle, which isn't great, but we'll go with it. They use Cuban Missile Crisis and Cult Rev, haven't they? Which I've tracked. Central America for Dom, I can live with that. And now we're going to space emit, because we don't want them to see Lone Gunman or anything. And now if they fail a space, we can also space the Pope. Miss, miss, miss. Yeah, well, having a day like me. Come on, John Paul, up you go. Yeah, there you go. You're never coming back, John. Never coming back from this. Just orbiting until you expire. Yes, okay, that makes sense. So we are gonna jam. No. 1, 2. Are we assuming as Asia scoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's use defectors to tap Lao and see if he has Asia scoring. Come on. Have you got it? Please tell me you have it. He's got it! Laser-like focus on the cards today. Haven't seen OPEC, so can't sort anything for points. We Space Lone Gunman, Space Voice of America here. AFP's a bit annoying, but Duck and Cover's still in the deck. So what we absolutely can't do is Event Summit. Not that we would at -1 anyway. Long way off winning this game. Still, wouldn't get too excited. I guess the question is how/can we get 2 VP? Southeast Asia scoring? Because then we can salt We Will Bury You. Let's go Lone Gunman and look at their hand, because this could be important. Oh! Duck and Cover's really good for them. Those points are huge. Okay, so they do have Southeast Asia scoring. They've got Camp David, which is good for another VP. Under Camp David, Libthi, Yasuri, Brezhnev, Bear Trap. Yasuri's bad, because we can't use the China card, but they're going to steal it anyway. And Nixon gets them another 2 VP. Or they can use the China card with Yasuri and then give it back with Nixon. So that's rough for us. So we will commence by popping 1 into Lao. Space VOA. Space Alliance. Miss, miss, miss. That's a big one. It's a big one. Yes, so We Will Bury You won't do it, unfortunately. So let's summit. One in South Africa. No, let's not. Let's Sadat overprotect Lao. Are they going to try and be greedy is the question. They are. So they're going to use Usuri to hammer. That's good in a way because it means they don't get the VP. So next we need to think about where to protect. 2 there's fine, 2 there's fine, 2 there's fine, 2 there's fine. Okay, so we can just event and repair to some extent. And we know their entire hand, so if they hold Southeast Asia to AR7, we could How I Learned to DEFCON 5. Alright, so let's use Summit to coup Guatemala, because then we can use Alliance to break Mexico. I like that. I mean, using Camp David, again, not getting a mill op is good. Bear trap is good. Alright. They've got Andy, Brezhnev, Usuri, and Southeast Asia. They are not going to use... They're not going to use Brezhnev. So they are going to use Brezhnev AR7, aren't they? Let's be realistic. Okay, so we'll use How I Learned to overprotect some bits of Asia. Not sure how I feel about that. The scoreline's still alright, though. Yeah, that I knew this was coming, so now at least we can respond. And we're not going to be holding Salt. So he's got Southeast Asia going down to a point, which is good going. But we overprotect all our non-battlegrounds. Now they're holding the China card. And let's see now if he uses Brezhnev this round. He should drop Southeast Asia scoring and finish with Brezhnev. So Lone Gunman's gone. But we have a decent-ish points buffer. The reshuffle's going to be very interesting. If Africa and Asia scoring come back, I might be in business. If the Middle East comes back, less so. If Voice of America and Grain Sales come back, I'm boned because I'm lacking the China card and I can't space 2 up cards. So interesting. I'm headline peaking, aren't I? That's useful. Yeah, that makes sense. So now I think we have to use shuttle diplomacy to take Saudi. So we're not presenceless. No, let's take Syria and retake Burma. Because they're not in Jordan. They can't take Saudi immediately. So now this kind of forces them to take Taiwan, which is inefficient. Although Asia will flip as soon as they get US Japan back. So 11 VP at the end of the turn. Hunter and ABM still aren't out. Hunter's massive. If I get that, hoo boy. Yeah, Hunter's a key card. 2 Chile coup Mexico looks pretty tasty. There's Brezhnev. Tap, tap. No surprise, no surprise. Okay, well, let's see how this goes. No Middle East scoring, please. No scoring cards at all. Yeah, OPEC doesn't look spectacular, does it? Ho, ho, ho. We did get Hunter, though. Holy smoke, that's good. But they got ABM, which is good for them. They got, oh, they've used bear traps. They got Quagmire. We got you two and OPEC. They got NASA and Willy Brandt. They got Panama Canal returned, which is really good for them. Which does mean I want to go to Venezuela now. We got colonial rearguards and puppet governments, and they got Arsenot. Arsenot's good for them. There's a lot they want to chuck. Let's hope they just draw into bad scoring cards. But I think we start with Hunter, although they can just ABM us. Right, reshuffle. Shuttle diplomacy is active. And we got one small step in Portuguese Empire in the reshuffle. Oh yes, Hunter OPEC. Colonial regards of South African unrest. We got South African unrest. So they got Allende, ABM, Quagmire, NASA, Willy, Panama, and Arsenot. And he's starting with Arsenot, which makes a lot of sense. So we can Hunter with impunity. And they're going to pitch Allende, Quagmire, NASA, and Willy. They may ditch Panama Canal returned, but I feel like that's an access card for them. Ooh, Central America scoring goes. That's useful information. We will still have a coup because we're playing for the end game. And now knowing they've got ABM, we go Brazil and Syria in case they draw Middle East scoring. OPEC is worth a teeny tiny 2 VPs. So the trouble I always have here is like, do I play for final scoring? Because the USA can turn it all around in the late war. They get all the AR-7s. They can use Chernobyl. They get the more powerful cards. I guess what I'm doing is I'm just playing. If War Games comes along and saves my ass, great. But here I expect to see ABM treaty on one of the South Americas. But we may also see it on Africa. If they're holding, like they might try Zaire if they're holding Africa's scoring. Let's see. Venezuela? Yeah. Oh, Brazil. Okay. We will use OPEC to take Brazil because it's not worth a lot of VP. And Central America scored. And Panama can now returned. Frigs with Venezuela. So we need to coup Cameroon, take Mexico, overprotect Venezuela and Italy. We're probably going to have to event puppet governments and hold OAS and event colonial rear guards, which is irritating. Which means Africa is not being dominated anytime soon. Can be tough to keep our nose ahead in this. It's going to be a big turn 8 for sure. If we can fade Middle East scoring, there is some amount of hope. We could event South African rest before colonial rear guards. That's always good. Gonna just take Mexico. That's probably good for us. So do we event South African unrest here? Let's start by getting mill ops. Let's coup Cameroon. Threaten a realign. There will be no threats, in fact. Okay, so yeah, this is a straightforward overprotect, and we'll overprotect Italy. Oh, this is big. This is big. Whoa, well done. Okay, well done them. Now we hope we have to fade Europe scoring. Alright, so we will event South African unrest. Ahead of colonial rear guards. And then I guess we eat puppet governments. That's a hell of a brush war for him. We're now kind of hoping for a War Games win. Final might be out of the question. Yeah. I think we probably have to do puppet governments first here, don't we? Very annoying, very annoying, very annoying. And then AR7, event colonial rear guards and repair whatever damage they do, especially if they put one in Thailand. Come on, War Games. Turn 8 war games, please. Pretty please. So what do you think? Chile, Nicaragua, Haiti to set up the rear lines on Cuba? Well, one of them. Okay. Going big on the China card. Wonder if they've got Asia scoring here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Colonial Rearguards doesn't do anything in... Oh no, they can put one in Burma and stop me taking it. But I can then retake it for 2. 1, 2. So do I do Colonial Rearguards and hold OAS? Yes. Let's just check. Can't break that, can't break that, can't break that. Can put another 1 in Burma, but we can take Burma, and if you've got Asia scoring, AR7, we are once again in business. They've used Nixon and Yasuri, so they've given us the China card back as well, which is really good. But I feel like they are telegraphing Asia scoring. And if I'm wrong, then I'm just the idiot I always am. But if I'm right, I'm a genius. Which I'm almost certainly not. Yeah, okay. So we'll go to Burma, which doesn't fix Asia. What a mug. Okay, well, so much for that. We will instead coup Nicaragua. Do you have Asia scoring? Three VP's nice, and I can't count, so I'm not a genius. I am an idiot, but at least we know. South America scoring is really good for us, and we're headline peaking. All right, so let's think about this. That's South America scoring is 17. But if we can coup as well and get arms race, it's even bigger. South America arms race Glasnost might be the way to win here. As long as they don't get... Oh, VOA. Oof. Do we missile envy them is the question. Suez. So missile envy 5-year plan. 5-year plan can ditch OS at the end of the turn. Summit arms race. Glasnost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What am I missing? OS South American Summit missile envy? No. 5-year plan Suez. Glasnost. Flower power summer arms race. Flower power. Alright, what can Missile Envy pull? Marshall Plan, US Japan's big. We Will Bury You's great. Muslim Rev is nice. Soviet Shootdown Cal and War Games itself. Let's Missile Envy them. It's good fun. Let's see where they pull us from. It'll be interesting to see where they pull from here. I'm expecting just to see South America, because that's really bad for us. But if we can coup... Oh, we purge them. Nice. Right, and they're flower powering. We're not going to get arms race. What is good here? Kuma, so coup, yeah, coup's good for arms race, I guess, right? They'll missile MV into Argentina. We take Venezuela and Iraq back. And we could still get over the top. It's bleeding close. But I'm reading in for Middle East scoring now. Oh yeah, they're purged as well. They can't use a 4-op card. So we can do that, and if they coup, we arms race. Interesting. Arms race is good. Do you have Middle East scoring? Yeah, you do. Okay. Well, the game's going on a bit longer then. Do we want a space 5-year plan? 5, 6, 7. I'm not convinced we do. Alright. Let's play it sensibly. Glasnost for ops. They've got their mill ops. Yeah. And then we'll 5-year plan. So 2 in Cuba. So we need to overtake Cuba, Brazil. Don't need to overtake Brazil if they put both in Brazil. 1, 2. 1, 2. So you need to overtake Cuba. We'll put 1 in Nicaragua and Haiti. And we'll put 1 in somewhere else. Syria to make sure we don't vanish from the face of the Middle East. And then we'll 5-year plan OS. Yeah, he's right. Coup Argentina was the line. Because he's purged. But, you know, missed it. Missed it, missed it. Iran Contra, the reformers gone. Middle East, UN intervention, missile envy. Yeah. Plunk. Right. Iran Contra's in effect, but we have to 5-year plan away. OAS. Okay, so we put 1 in Brazil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's redominate Asia. So still on the hunt for war games. We got the China card, so DEFCON suicide's less likely. But yeah, didn't play that turn as well as I could have. Aldrich goes in the bin. Still headline peaking. Come on, war games. No joy. And 2 DEFCON suicide cards. So we can just drop Africa scoring for 1 if there's shenanigans afoot. Space Duck and cover, use Cal while they're not in Korea. He's dropping DEFCON. We've got the China card though, right? So we can Space Duck and cover, and if we're hand shortened, we can use the China card. So let's use Africa scoring first. Do we have a lot to worry about with Africa scoring? Let's just ditch it. Yeah. And now we use Ortega to retake Brazil. And head into Saudi. Not sure about this. We'll want to space something. Duck and cover. Marshall Marine. Thatcher the Betrayer. Iranian hostage crisis is yet to come. I feel like if we fade Europe scoring, we're effectively making him we're trying to make him shore up the board at a time when he's behind, which I don't think is a bad thing. Oh yeah, good work, Kim. Let's fix that with a Marshall Plan that doesn't do a lot for us. So space, duck and cover, hold Cal. We need to put 1 in Cuba to coup at some point. Oh no, we don't. We don't need to coup because we've got an Iran-Iraq war. It's a 1 in 6, but we get our mill-ops that way. Oh, this is huge. Oh. Oh, that was big. That's real big. That makes his life a bit easier. Huge war. Right, let's see if we can do the same. Big 6. Whee! Ah, well, that's really good for them. That's Asia all settled up. So let's finish by taking Lebanon, because then if we coup Libya, we comfortably dominate. And let's put another 1 in Brazil. World peace. 3 VP for him. Let's fade Europe scoring, but we also don't get war games. But we do get socialist governments, although it doesn't do anything in the headline phase. Ooh, there's a lot of problem cards here. We can finish by bear trapping ourselves, right? Space one of those, bear trap ourselves at the end. Chernobyl sometime late. Oh, can't salt anything. I mean, we can use Cal, right? So salt war games, if they play it, is quite good. Camp David in the headline. So how I learned is gone. There's no way to set DEFCON to 2, right? OPEC's worth 4, if we salt that. Europe's the only place that hasn't scored. We've got the China card as well. So Pershing for now? So Purge and ABM and Brush are all quite nice. But we've got nothing that's gonna... Yeah, nothing that's gonna set DEFCON to 2, because Cuban Missile Crisis and How I Learned have both gone. Which is good play by them. Camp David doesn't do a ton for them, which is good. Gets them a VP. So, Salt, Kitchen Debates, Iranian Hostage Crisis. Iranian Hostage Crisis is no good for us now. We're in Iraq, after all, Iran. So, bear trapped head on this wall. Chernobyl, socialist governments. Pershing. Cal, Tear, Bear, Chernobyl, Socialist, Pershing, Salt Kitchen. So grain sales is still in the pile as well. Do we want to salt OPEC? It's effectively 4 VPs. But it means they get the first coup. But it is salted as well. Yeah. Renders all the coups worse as well. I think I just want Muslim Rev? No, I want OPEC. I want VP. And 4 VP at this point is pretty strong. Let's do that. I have no idea if that's right or not, but I've already made plenty of mistakes this turn, so whatever. Yeah. And then we'll counter coup. Oh, that was brutal. So now they dominate Europe and Africa. It's going to be very close towards the end of this game. Yep. Let's try and space for 3 more VP. Oh, this is just... Oh, it's unraveling before my eyes, innit? So what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now to avoid completely falling apart at the end of the match? Let's jam Japan with the China card to make sure Asia doesn't get dominated. He had war games as well. He had it. Oh man, this is going to be close. Pershing is pretty big too. Wav. Ugh. Well played them. Left me in a dilly of a pickle. Maybe Salt War Games was the answer, but I had to have them to have it. So we'll go Pershing socialist governments and hope to leave them with a bit too much mess to clean up at the end of the game. But I'm not convinced there's that much mess for them to clean up. They've played really well. And I expect players better than me to play very well, so, you know, there's that as well. Okay. Yep. Okay, all right. So now we go Pershing. And we'll finish with socialist governments. Man. One space, one coup, something like that away from victory. And instead it could be by a whisker. So they can't dominate the Middle East because we've got too many spots. They can't dominate South America without playing into a non-battleground there. So if we socialist governments to make them repair Europe, we may win or lose by a VP. Ooh. So we want to go like that in case they have special relationship. And now they have to use an op in Europe to get 5 VP there. 5, 9, 10 with the China card. Oh boy, loopy stuff. Don't make it easy for myself, but then, you know, that's the problem with being thick. At least life is entertaining. Well, yeah. Really? Anything in the Middle East? He gains a VP there, right? Let's think about this. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it's a draw? Oh, no, Asia. Ooh. Well. So if he repairs Europe, 5, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, ooh. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Well, I made plenty of mistakes on the way. Not sure I deserve to win. Wow. Okay. Well. Yeah. Not convinced that was one I deserved to win, but the, sometimes the TS gods let me win even when I play like an idiot. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. What does that make me? I think I'm 10-7. I am. I was 8-7 before this weekend. I've made it to 10 wins in ITSL. The rest is gravy. Let's try and get one more win to have a winning record for the first time in some number of years. And I'm 3-2 in Rutsal, so I've got 5 more games to play. Double header on Wednesday night. I'm playing 2 Rutsal players to try and bang out a couple more games with the May deadline looming. So is it 2? Maybe it's an ITSL and Rutsal. I think I'm playing Prujamas in ITSL and Bledson in Rutsal. So I'm lying. It's ITSL Rutsal. Anyway, got 2 games on Wednesday night. So come along then. Thank you for watching. Let me know all the stupid things I did that David did not see me doing in real time. Poor guy. And I will see you around. Thanks a lot for watching, and goodbye for now.